Hello, I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access TV.
And I'm Kim Anderson. I'm a board member on MCAT and the Director of Grants and Programs at Humanities Montana.
Together we want to welcome you to this Monday, April 4th edition of Missoula Live.
Yes, it was spring this morning.
Yeah,
It's a little more wintry this afternoon, but hey, it's April.
Right,
you know?
and we'll be back April 18th, and great changes could have taken place,
or
right?
It's like snow.
So we've got a nice show for you today, a number of guests, a number of topics. I'm going to say my teeny bit about MCAT, and Kim will talk about her Humanities Montana for a while, and we'll introduce our first guest, Barb Theroux, who's hiding just out of view.
But you can hear her.
Yeah. So my MCAT things. On the second Wednesday of every month at 5:30 here at 500 North Higgins, we have a tour and training of MCAT for those of you who might be interested in learning about the opportunities that we offer the general public in using MCAT. You can think of it as a library where you're invited to make your own book. In order to make the book, we'll supply some typewriters and glue and, I don't know, cardboard. So we have cameras, we have ways that you can edit on computer. We have this very studio that you see us cable casting from. And you can learn more about all of this without registration, without a due.
Just show up.
At 5:30 on Wednesday, April the 13th, 500 North Higgins. You can call us for directions, 542-6228, or look on the website, mcat.org. There's a little map on the bottom. I wanted to say thank you, and Kim does too in her capacity as MCAT board member, to the Missoula Community Foundation. MCAT competed in and was successful in winning an award in the Missoula Project for Nonprofit Excellence. So this award entails a certain amount of time with an expert consultant. Ours will be Colleen Rudio of Cascadia Business, and she's going to help MCAT work its way towards the summit of nonprofit excellence.
The summit, the acme.
Right.
And I just want to say congratulations to you, Jill, because it is your work that received this. And it's quite an honor. And the timing couldn't be better for us as we look to the future and new partners and things like that.
Yeah, it is really excellent. It is given by Missoula Community Foundation, collaborative grant-making program with Oro y Plata Foundation, Llewellyn Foundation. They also support our summer camps, Llewellyn does. Pride Foundation, Martha Newell, and the Missoula Community Foundation. Thanks to all of them.
Thank you.
Yes.
We will put it to good use.
We will.
We'll become better, bigger, braver, stronger.
Right, and as if to prove it, I'll wax on about our summer camps. Scott can show you mcat.org at home as I tell you when these summer camps are. The first two camps are for kids 9 to 13 years of age, and the first one is June the 22nd, the second one is July the 15th. Different flavors. The first one is a wildlife video making camp, and you'll be taking advantage of the wonderful birds that Kate Davis has at the Raptors of the Rockies facility in Lolo. Second one, this is for when it's really hot. They're just going to stay in the air-conditioned Missoula Community Access TV and make stop animation. Both of these camps are afternoon camps. They're from 1 to 5 p.m. I will say this also, which isn't on this sheet. We have free scholarships.
Yes.
For families that need it. We have 3 slots in each one of these camps of 12. So if you have kids and you need to put them to good activity and can't afford us, give us a call, 542-6228, about any of those camps. The third camp, July 25th, is the zombie one. Zombie one is actually doing okay.
Oh, really?
It has 4 people registered for it already, and it starts July 25th.
Who doesn't love zombies?
I guess. Yeah. I'm surprised. I was worried, because it's an older set. This is for kids 13 years of age and older. And it's all day.
That's a hard group to kind of keep engaged. So
I don't know what those kids want. I don't know how to keep them excited.
Well, you'll find out.
Apparently zombies might. So this is all day, 9 to 5. It costs $200. And these camps also, in partnership with Missoula Public Library and the Kids Table program from the Missoula Food Bank, there can be free lunch and snacks for the kids.
That's cool. I forgot that.
Yeah, that's
nice.
really nice. And Nora was telling me about it. So anyway, that's all I have.
Well, I'm going to keep this very brief so we can get to Barbara.
Yeah, she's got a meeting.
But two things. First, if you are engaged in any sort of a humanities project, and that would be a conference or presentation or workshops in literature, history, philosophy, jurisprudence, so you name it, economics, poli-sci, whatever, we have grants. We have money to help support any public humanities programs. It's a competitive process, and the next deadline is April 20th. So
it's really coming up.
Coming up. Go online.
Oh, there's the website.
There's our website,
thanks.
humanitiesmontana.org, and click on grants at the top. The other quick thing is we have, as you can see there, we're hiring.
We're hiring there.
This is an opportunity of a lifetime. You work with me one-on-one.
Really nice.
We're looking for a program officer, someone who has a background in the humanities, who is enthusiastic, loves people, wants to get around the state and help spread humanities programs with me. So if you're interested in that, you click on that big red banner and you can get all the information about how to apply.
Excellent. I wonder who the lucky devils will be. Well, you're hiring one position.
One position. The application period is open through the end of the month.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, I guess. Barbara Theroux, welcome. Thanks for coming, representing Friends of the Missoula Public Library.
Well, thanks for asking me.
Yeah, you know it.
And Barbara, there's a big event coming up. Well, they've already been announced, right?
Yes.
But it's the Montana Book Awards.
The Montana Book Awards are going to be presented, and there'll be a reception with all of the authors present on this Wednesday, April 6th.
Oh, it's really coming up.
It's really coming up. Wednesday, April 6th from 6:30 to 8:30 at Fact&Fiction. The Montana Book Award, this is our 13th annual award.
Wow.
Which is great. Yeah, it was in 2001 when Friends of the Missoula Public Library decided there weren't any awards that were being presented for literature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And we said, well, let's take up the mantle. Let's see what can happen. And so we met with various other librarians across the state so that we could put together a committee and some procedures and bylaws and then go out and have people read books. This is the 2015 award, so these were for books that were published in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That's the requirement. It needs to be published, be by, about, or set in Montana. So by a Montana author, about Montana, or set in Montana.
Neat.
Yeah, it's really quite amazing, and publishers have started to back us, and it's been real good. We had about 42 books that were submitted this year that were nominated. They can be nominated by publisher, by the author, by the public. Anybody can go ahead and do that. So then we have 8 readers that start the whole process. And
they're going to read all 40. They have read all 42 books.
What we start out with is a process where we go through an elimination cycle. So 3 people have to read it, vote yes or no. Mm-hmm. And then we know if they get 2 no votes immediately.
Oh, I see.
But there has been a time when something has been further discussed when everybody gets together, but we're doing it all through email because people are spread out across the state. And then we meet once a year in February after the year. So February of 2016, we met in Chico to have a face-to-face talk.
Not too bad.
No, if we're going to meet,
Yes.
So we had a face-to-face discussion about all of the fully nominated titles and then did a weighted ballot. So with a weighted ballot, one title, especially when we're doing a winner, has to receive a clear majority of the votes. Mm-hmm. And then we do more ballots until we come up with that clear majority, which has been really an interesting process. So people can lobby.
And this has opened up beyond the Friends of the Missoula Public Library now. Is that correct?
Well, Friends of the Missoula Public Library are still the main sponsor.
Oh, they are?
Friends of the Missoula Public Library and Fact&Fiction are the main sponsors for the award. But what's happened and why it's happening on Wednesday night, the presentations are made at the Montana Library Association Spring Conference. So it's become a good way for Montana libraries to become involved. And that's why we try and go through libraries, if not directors, people that are very much involved in their libraries across the state that become a reader. And you can be a reader for up to 4 years, and usually people don't want to give it all up. So it's a nice kind of continuity. So like there's a third of the group of readers kind of cycles through every year, so that we can.
And the event this Wednesday, will it be peopled by the winners, or a percentage of the winners?
And tell us a little bit about who they
If you
are.
can.
Oh, I can.
If you have an
No,
envelope, please.
It has been announced.
Okay.
We did send out an official press release so that publishers could help us and get behind things. But every year we can have up to 4 honor books. We have 1 winner and then 4 honor books. And this year's 4 honor books, these are in alphabetical order by title,
Okay.
are Black River by S.M. Holtz, which is Sarah Holsey, who now lives in Spokane, but Black River is set in Montana, and it's set in a town called Black River, which is not unlike Deer Lodge because it's based on a penitentiary town and incidents that happened in that setting. Crossing the Plains with Bruno by Onyx Smith is also
Very
an honor
nice.
book that's just really nice. Her wonderful part memoir, just part journey driving across from Montana into Chicago. Hawthorne by Bill Vaughn, which is a great study, a natural history, a history of the hawthorn tree. And the paperback just came out, and it's really kind of nice because right on the back it says, winner of 2015 Montana Honor Book of
Oh, isn't
Montana
that great
Book
when they
Awards.
can take advantage
Yeah,
of
so
that?
that's really nice. And then the final honor book this year was Tunnel Vision by Susan Adrian, and that's a young adult book, which Susan lives in Butte, and this is a great young adult title that's out there in the world. So we get a great variety of
Boy,
things.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, and this year we're also going to do a special tribute to Ivan Doig.
Oh, good.
The Last Bus to Wisdom was his last book, and we were sad last year. We found out that he had passed away at the Montana Library Association meeting, but for his whole body of work and for things that he has done for Montana libraries, that's really great. But the winner this year is... The winner is Lentil Underground by Liz Carlisle. And that's a whole study about timeless seeds, the lentil operation that Dave Owen and lots of other people put together in Montana. And it's really, everybody, I say, the lentil people are very excited.
I can imagine they
They
are.
are. Yeah. This selection took me a little bit by surprise this year. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, and that's all part of that discussion. And every year there are some surprises and some nice things. A lot of nonfiction this year kind of rose to the top, and that's really a nice thing to see.
Yeah,
happen.
it is.
And I have to say, I'm not going to announce what it is, but when we put together the award, we decided that a piece of art would be commissioned
Yes.
for the winning person. And so we always find some sort of art that we know will fit in or hope will fit in and represent the book itself. Last year, Susan Carlson did a wonderful collage. Thank you. I'm like, what's that called when you put together all
this
these
is
things?
one of my favorite parts about the award ceremony is getting to see the piece of art because there have just been some amazing pieces.
And so the person that was chosen that we commissioned to do a piece of art had been in touch with Timeless Seeds, and so I think a lot of people are coming from Timeless Seeds. Good Food Store is going to provide some lentil salads.
Excellent.
Perfect. Yay. More food books.
It will be a lentil celebration. So
And it's all happening at Fact&Fiction Bookstore right on North Higgins.
on North Higgins on Wednesday, starting 6:30 to 8:30. Probably 6:30 will just be a kind of more of a socialization, and hopefully
Yeah.
around 7 we can begin some presentations. But As I said, last I knew, all of the authors were going to be in attendance.
That's kind of cool.
The artist who has done the piece of work will be there, and so we're going to celebrate. The Montana Library Association starts, I guess registration starts Wednesday afternoon, so we're hoping to have attendance from the library people, but open to the public so that everybody can come and celebrate Montana books.
Right.
Oh, it'll be
That's
a
great.
fun thing to celebrate and a good.
It sounds really fun.
Yeah. And Barbara, you have been one of the founding supporters of this since the beginning, 13 years, 14 probably.
Yeah, because I was on the Friends
Yeah.
of the Public Library when we started it and went around we started having discussions in Great Falls. Is there
Wow.
interest? Can we do this? How do we put it together? And it's all been an interesting process. Yeah.
So many good things that wouldn't happen without our booksellers.
I'm telling you. Pretty amazing.
All
All right,
right.
I guess we better move along.
All
You've
right,
got your
well,
meeting
thank
too.
you.
Yes,
Okay.
we'll let you go, and I think we're going to have some sort of a public service announcement.
Yeah, Scott will
From
produce
Scott?
one, and we'll be right back with our next guest. Stay with us.
Birthdays come and go, each year adding up to a lifetime full of extraordinary moments. At Missoula Aging Services, we promote the independence, dignity, and health of older adults. We are ready to help connect seniors to the help they need. Knowing you've got friends to support you, each birthday can be special. See how we can help. Call 728-7682 or log on to MissoulaAgingServices.org.
Okay, we're back with Michelle Hastings of Missoula Senior Citizen Center. Thanks, Michelle, for coming over again.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you know it. Well, see, I didn't have a particular event, but you do. But I thought this is such a wonderful resource. It's been a while since you had been on the program. Got to have you back on again. And next time you come, Scott will have done the video tour of the facility. Because I thought it'd be nice, like we did for not home resource, but resource by
Yes,
Habitat for Humanity.
Oh, right.
He went out there and showed people the interior.
Right, that's a
and
good
stuff.
thing. We should start
Yeah.
doing more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they love to be photographed and in their, doing their thing. So
Yeah.
anytime.
Well, and I think
Yeah.
it'll give families a good idea of what goes on there, what it looks like.
Sure. Sure.
But you can tell people about the rummage sale, for
Right.
instance, that's coming up.
And that's on the 30th from 10 to 3 on Saturday the 30th. And it's a full building rummage sale. So we have a lot of stuff on the main floor as well as the thrift store will be open.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we have a lot. So we're hoping that a lot of people will come out and join us.
Relieve you of some of
and
it.
relieve us of some of it, and then come, and then donate back later.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a bake sale and always coffee and tea and those kind of things. So it'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
It'll
Well,
be
do you
fun.
want to give people an overview of Senior Citizen Center, just so they,
Sure.
they might be watching and not even thinking about it till now, and they say,
sure.
wow, maybe I should check it out.
Yeah.
What are the age requirements? What age you have to be to
Sure.
feel welcome there?
You only have to be 50 to be a member.
I could be a
You and
member.
I can go anytime we
Anytime.
want.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Get
So,
started early, I said.
but anybody is welcome, regardless of age. It doesn't matter.
Interesting.
We're happy to have them. We have games and cards, and Monday through Friday we're open from 8 to 4. Some people come in just to have some coffee, read the paper, stay for lunch or not. Lunch is from 11:30 to 12:30. We have a nutrition program that we work with Missoula Aging Services, where if you're 60 and over, you fill out a form, Missoula County resident, and it's $4 for a meal. And if you're not, it's $6. So either way, it's a steal.
Right.
And we have the best cook in town.
They really do.
Not available to steal, by the way.
Yeah, really. See, now, how you say, how can I attest to the goodness of the food of Senior Citizen Center? Because every Thursday, Asaph Adonai does his show here in the studio called Asaph's Cafe, and often his cafe is sourced by the Senior Citizen Center.
That's right.
Because some of his guests, like Linda and I can't think of the other gal's name, but they'll get lunch at the senior, and it is so darn good. The little that they let me sample, like the meatloaf, very good.
Yeah, we have this great cook, and then our kitchen, our thrift store, and our office are staffed all by volunteers, except for our cook, which again is not available to steal.
Right.
So, and they're all volunteers, and from all ages and backgrounds. They just come in, and we also have Experience Works people there, and then we have some community service guys that need to punch out 20 hours or whatever, and we're happy to have them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's
So
great.
it's kind of like a social club.
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
hangout.
It really is.
place.
It's great. We have bingo on Tuesdays at 12:45. We have a huge sign in the window that was done by Bitter Signs. They did a great job for us.
I've noticed it going by.
Have you? Isn't it beautiful?
It is.
Yeah,
It really
they did
is.
a great job.
And you have a dance floor.
We have
like
a dance
hard
floor.
Dance floor.
We do have Tai Chi and yoga in the morning. And really, that's all the dance floor is used for. We haven't had a dance for quite a while.
Oh, yeah, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, we're a nonprofit, and we can't really afford a band.
Oh,
Yeah, but you know, we're working on it. So
yeah. And other groups use the space, like
Yes.
instance, Giselle Forrest just did a bingo night to raise money for a powwow.
Yes, they did last
They had like
Saturday.
a tasting.
And they did a taco.
Yeah,
Indian
taco
tacos
tasting.
or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
groups can rent
Right.
the space, and they're welcome there, right? Because you could use the earned income from the
Right.
rental and so
Right.
on. And beautiful space, plenty
Beautiful
of free
space.
parking.
Yep.
Great
Right.
location.
Right.
Yes.
Especially for seniors. I mean, very accessible for buses and.
Yeah, we have a bus stop right in front, so it just drops off right there. And a lot of our people use the paratransit, and so that works out well for them. And so, you know, parking is always a nightmare during lunch because we have so many people that come, but
sure.
we don't want to discourage that. So come on over and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Exactly.
What else should people know? Well, the rummage sale coming up at the end of the month of April on the 30th.
Right.
And it sounds like you probably don't need any more donations of stuff for
Oh,
that.
no, we'll always take them.
You will. Okay.
We will.
If
We
you're
will.
cleaning, doing your spring cleaning.
That's right. Think of us. We're
I'm
happy
in
to take
closet
them.
purge mode myself right
I
now.
kind of feel a little spring cleaning
Yeah.
coming on too.
Me too.
So between 8 and 4, if people are watching, they know to go to the corner of South Higgins and 5th.
Yes.
What any kinds of things you want, some sort of quality, and what time should they bring them over?
They can bring them over anytime after 8 and before 3.
Right, not at the last minute, like
Sure.
3:45. Here's
Right.
a truckload of stuff for you.
We'll still help, but
Right.
before 3 would
Before
be
it's
better.
time to go.
Not with
Yes.
as genuine a smile.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes. So recently, a nice article came, or a nice letter to the editor came from one of our members, Joyce Chacoin, and as a result of that, we received enough donations to buy our mixer.
Oh, wow.
With most of them wanting to remain anonymous, but Missoula
Okay.
Aging Services provided half.
Oh,
So
okay.
isn't that amazing? Yeah, they're a wonderful
So
organization.
mixer, is this a big commercial,
commercial mixer.
mixer? Those, I'm sure, are very
Oh,
pricey.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And
that's
super
great.
handy, though, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need one because now when we first started, we were only serving maybe 10 or 12 people
Now how
on a
many?
Wednesday, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now on Wednesdays, we serve between 60 and 80.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So it's really gone
Wow.
up. So
has
people
really.
come for the company, the quality of the food, and the reasonableness of the price.
Right. The socialization is a huge thing for our
Yeah.
seniors. We also have a computer lab, so they can check their email, they can Facebook with their families or whatever,
Yeah.
So
play
nice.
games.
Because there's still a kind of generational divide. I've noticed that with friends that have older parents not interested in the internet, but they might be occasionally, but not enough to say, I'm going to have a $60 bill every month to
Right.
be online.
Right,
For
yeah.
most people, they consider that like second only
Go
to
to the
breathing.
library or the senior citizen
Yeah.
center to check in on Facebook
So that makes
or
sense
whatever.
for older
Yeah.
people who are not as interested in the internet as the youngins
Yeah.
are.
Right. So, and if they wanted to be a member, of which of course we're always happy to have them,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
explain
only
that.
$25
For the year.
For a year.
For the year.
For the year.
Oh my.
Not bad.
And with that comes a discount on trips. We do a lot of trips and tours. The big one coming up is Alaska Cruise.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah, so that's a big one. That just closed, but we have another one coming up in October to Palm Springs. So
California, Florida.
yeah, for
California.
they're going to do a bus tour down the coast,
Oh,
and then a
cool.
couple days in Palm Springs, and then back up through.
Wow.
I think through the Grand Canyon and.
Oh,
and
I
there.
had no
Excellent.
idea you guys did that.
I
Yeah,
didn't either.
We
You
have
put
a-
together the tours and everyone
Right.
gets a decent
Right.
discount,
they
right?
do, and we have a trip coordinator who's also our board president,
Yeah.
and she does an excellent job of arranging all this and trying to keep all those balls in the air and get
Yeah.
everybody to pay and
Yeah.
make sure that everybody's having a great time. She does an excellent job. So we're very fortunate. We have wonderful volunteers, and I have a great staff. So small,
Nice.
but great.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, yeah.
Probably better. Because you do have a bookkeeper, and I
I have
can't
a
remember. I looked
bookkeeper.
on the website, and
We have a part-time bookkeeper, and then myself, my assistant, my janitor are full-time.
Yeah.
And our cook is actually a part-time cook.
right, but they
although-
will cook nowhere else.
That's right.
They're just
Again,
cooking there.
not available for stealing.
Say this
Right.
one more time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's enough. And you mentioned something. Experience Works.
Yes.
Right. So that's a kind of retraining program. I think
It
we had
is.
someone.
It's for people
used to be
over
called
the age
Green
of.
Thumb.
Yes, it did, and it's for people over the age of 55 who are finding themselves needing a little extra income, not quite able to retire yet, and so this provides them an opportunity to work someplace and hopefully gain the experience to get a full-time or even another part-time job. So yeah, it's a great program, and we've used a lot of Experience Works people over the last few years. So very fortunate to have that too.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a busy, busy place.
It is a
right in the
very
middle of
busy
town.
place, yes.
It's the hive
Yeah.
for all of us
Yeah.
of a certain age.
So the
Oh.
other,
Oh, there's something else?
oh, just one more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
there
are
could-
going to have a fashion show
Really?
for our Mother's Day brunch, which is
Oh,
the first
neat.
Friday in May.
May, yeah.
Yeah.
Fashion show.
Yes. And
So
all
members of the
clothes-
center are going to.
Anybody that wants to come and volunteer to be a model, it's going to be closed from the thrift store.
Okay.
So, we don't have somebody donating a bunch of nice clothes, but it's all nice clothes from the thrift store. So,
Yeah.
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 Oh, that'll be fun.
That's really kind of cool. And if you think of it, MCAT donates 12 hours of staff time to make a show that would run on the channel to any group that requests
that
it.
might be
First
fun.
come, first serve.
That
So
would
you
be
go to
great.
MCAT.org and click on Forms, Media Assistance Grant. And if you filled it out, we'll send a videographer to make a stunning video of this fashion show.
Oh, that'd be
I mean,
That
kind
would
of
be
cool
fun,
to
yeah.
see it.
That would be wonderful.
The library has a maker space, and they put on a kind of fundraising fashion show each year. It's always quite a hoot to see what people come up with.
Yes.
Because it's a call to creativity.
Yeah.
A lot
It really
of
is.
times, it really is.
It really is. And for Mother's Day, sky's the limit.
That's
Whatever
right.
they want to wear.
That's
right.
We're really excited about it. It'll be fun.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we better move along. Michelle, thanks so much for taking
Yeah.
the
Oh,
time.
thank you.
Yeah, and we'll have you back again
Yes.
with the tour of the
Oh,
facility.
yeah. We'd
like
Built
to
right
see
in.
it.
Okay.
And okay, you guys, I saw Heidi West. She's a council representative for Ward 1.
Yeah.
Peeking in the window. Maybe her children are coming on. I don't know.
That would be fun.
They're a little irrepressible. So we'll show you a public service announcement. We'll be right back after this.
At Missoula Aging Services, you'll always be greeted with a warm welcome. Whether you are caring for an aging loved one or you're an older adult yourself, our friendly staff is ready to connect you to the help you need. You will always get unbiased advice, a free assessment of your needs, and personalized information about the resources available. See what we can do for you. Call 728-7682 or log on to MissoulaAgingServices.org.
Buckle up, Montana. Life is a ride you want to stay on. Send a buckle up reminder to a friend at plantolive.mt.gov.
Sergeant Greg Amos with the Missoula Police Department. I'd like to talk a little bit about something I see downtown routinely, and that is pedestrians crossing against the pedestrian heads. So I'd just like to explain what is actually legal. You cannot begin crossing in the crosswalk when it's either flashing and in the countdown or solid red. The only time it's legal to begin crossing in that crosswalk is when the white crossing sign is displayed. What the countdown is for, and the only thing that's there for, is to tell you how much time you have to finish crossing the street, presuming that you started when it was legal to do so.
I'm Montana Hope.
I am Montana Hope.
I am Montana Hope.
For the last 30 years, the Montana Hope Project has been granting wishes to Montana children who face life-threatening illnesses.
I'm Montana Hope.
To make a donation and help their wishes come true, please visit montanahope.org.
We are Montana Hope!
Team versus team.
Sergeant Greg Amos with the Missoula Police Department. I'd like to talk a little bit about bicycles riding on the sidewalks in the city of Missoula, which we see a lot because Missoula is a very bike-friendly town. I would just like to let bicyclists know that they do have to yield to pedestrians on the sidewalk safely because they travel faster than a pedestrian, so they do have to do that in a safe manner. And then when you get to a crosswalk, you are actually required to slow your bicycle down to what would be called a pedestrian pace, and you cannot begin crossing until it's safe to do so.
We're back.
Yes, we are.
We're back. Heidi West is here. She is City Council Representative for Ward 1. Welcome, Heidi. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome. So we didn't have any agenda with our council people. Just in the MCTAC, it's like an advisory board to MCAT, Missoula Community Television Advisory Commission. They said, oh, why don't you have those new council people come on?
Get to know them.
Yeah, that's all. So we have to think of a question for Heidi, though. Like,
well,
what's
first
it
of
like?
all, we may be invaded by some Lego builders at some point. We're
Possibly.
not sure. It's
possibly. Because Heidi has 2 kids. And they like but that's fine.
Yes, so if you see the little things scurrying around, that might be what it is.
Yeah. Ivory is here.
Well, Heidi, I have a question. Whatever compelled you to want to be on City Council?
That's a good one.
Well, I started out on my neighborhood council, and then I was really actively involved in the White Pine Sash community outreach, I guess, to try and get that site cleaned up to a higher standard than was originally proposed.
That's right.
And I think just one thing led to the other. And then I ended up running for city council, so.
And then you end up getting elected.
Yes, that's true.
Well, and we're so grateful. I mean,
someone has to do it.
That's right. That's right. And it's a very time-consuming job. How has it felt so far?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been, I just have these moments where I just think I'm so lucky to have my life right now. So, yeah, it's been just great. There's been so many things I've gotten to go do and, that I really enjoy doing. For example, like going to the design workshop to kind of start the conversation about maybe having some design standards for Missoula.
Right.
And the economic outlook seminar was really interesting. And it's just been, I just get to go to all these really interesting presentations, and they all kind of fit together. So you can get a really interesting big picture of how all these things fit together.
Yeah, how many different things it takes to make up a community like Missoula. What's your background?
So I have a degree in political science. So my undergrad was in poli-sci. And then I also have a degree in art. So I do ceramics. And then I also have a master's in soil chemistry. So
Whoa, that one just came right out of left field.
I really enjoyed school. So yeah, it wasn't that crazy. I have a minor in horticulture.
Oh,
so that kind of led me to the soils because I had to take an intro to soil science class, and then the professor that was teaching that course offered me an assistantship to go to grad school. So
wow,
just kind of,
and that's kind of how life goes.
Yeah.
You know,
One
you have
thing
an
to another,
opportunity,
so.
and you have to take advantage of it.
Yeah. So, are you specializing on any committees on the council? Like you have a greater interest in one area than another?
Not yet. Right now I'm on all the committees.
Oh, I see.
Everyone's on all the committees, aren't
I think
they?
most people, well, not everyone.
Not
I think
everyone,
most of the of my cohorts decided to be on all the committees just because it gives you a better understanding of things work together. Because some things end up in public works and other things end up in land use and planning, but they often are closely related.
Yeah.
And so it's a nice way to get an overview. And I think, it'll be super exciting to actually sit through the first budget season. I think that'll be, I don't feel like I could say I know anything until I've done that at least once. So.
Because that's happening now. The budget will be passed in July.
Here, you can come sit.
Here's Ivory.
This is Ivory.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, nice to see you.
Yeah.
I could go be at a meeting every night. So
I am sure.
Sometimes I have to narrow it down a little bit. So.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on right now and a lot of things coming up. Are you particularly got your eye on?
Well, some really exciting things that have happened is that we now have a local preference for hiring, for the city hiring.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Contracts and engineering firms and those sorts of things. And the water trial is coming up, of course.
Yes.
The Supreme
This
Court
very
hearing.
month. Wow.
Yes. So I'm really looking forward to being able to go watch the justices argue that. I think that'll be a really informative and educational opportunity. What other things are coming up?
Dad's birthday.
Yeah, Dad's birthday is coming up. That's true. Can't forget that.
There you go.
Yeah, so
It's all on the same calendar.
That's true. So.
Well, we hope you're as enthused in the coming years. And we're very grateful again for your service.
Yeah, I agree. And
super fun.
also keep in mind too that MCAT, if there is a group you're part of and you want to use the media assistance grant part, you can request MCAT to record events, keynote speakers, and so on, or come back to this show if there's something that you want more people to be aware of as a council issue and so on.
That's a great resource. Yeah, I keep forgetting how many tools are actually available to us as a community, just overall.
Well,
there's so
and
many
it
things
is a
going
lot
on
to keep track of. Yeah.
All right, we better let Heidi go. But thank you so much for coming and spending a little time with us on the show.
It's nice to get to know you.
Yeah, you know it. Ivory, thanks for coming and being on TV.
Yes.
Can you say thank
And
you?
Sylvan, thanks for
We see Sylvan's little head.
giving our Legos a workout.
All right.
And so we still have more guests for you. Nancy, Zadra, and Ann Sharkey are here to talk about their upcoming American Association of University Women PDK book sale. So we'll be right back with them right after that.
Here's your bear spray, babe.
I don't need it. I can outrun them. Look, I ran track in high school.
No, you can't. You're not supposed to run from bears. And you did the shot put.
Okay, I'll spray down.
What? No, don't spray it!
Ah! My face is burning! My face is burning now!
When hunting in bear country, understand it puts you at risk. Be smart, be safe, be bear aware.
Welcome, my friends, to Missoula Community Access Television, MCAT. And here every Saturday afternoon, we're having a drop-in animation camp, and where you can do such wonderful things as do animating things of great all endeavors, like make Legos come to life. Or like this. Just do that. It'll be amazing. Here at MCAT, 500 North Aiken, Suite 105, every Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
A great day for me includes a walk outside with my wife.
My great day includes reading a good book.
A great day for me includes the morning crossword puzzle.
My great day includes playing the piano.
As you grow older, Missoula Aging Services can help direct your aging journey with a new Options for Better Aging program. Give them a call at 728-7682 to find out more.
I tried to do. Okay, we're back. I was just going to say thank you to Scott Ramp. It's really hard to switch these cameras. Remember when you interviewed Scott last week?
Yes, and you were.
I did a terrible job, you know, because he has to know when things begin and end.
I know, but I kind of like that little fade in, fade out.
Yeah, that's all
clever.
right. Well, thanks for returning, staying with us. We are here with Ann Sharkey and Nancy Zadra. Welcome. Thanks for coming over. They're here to promote the AAUW, stands for the American Association of University Women, PDK Phi Delta Kappa.
Yes.
Annual used book sale at the Orchard Homes. Do you want to tell people the dates and other details about it?
Sure. The sale will begin on Thursday, April 14th, and it will continue on Friday, Saturday.
Right.
And then Sunday is a bag sale, and it's $10 a bag on bag sale day.
Right.
But most of our books are priced by the inch, which is quite amazing. So you just stack them up, and then you measure how tall the stack is. Well, it's $1.50 an inch. So
irrespective, we might say, of its length.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I was just saying to Ann and Nancy when they came in today, I can't believe it's this time of year again because I'm just finishing my purchases from last year.
Well, this is a sign of spring.
I know.
You know, people are cleaning out their bookshelves and donating to us, and they will be bringing books to us Monday and Tuesday and half of Wednesday out at Orchard Homes because we will be there. We're setting up, we're organizing, we're sorting, and it's just wonderful that the people in the community are so supportive, and we could not do this sale unless we had such wonderful donations.
Yeah. So you're still taking books?
We are.
We Good, because I have a pile.
But we want to tell you the ones we cannot take.
Good.
Good idea.
Let's talk about that. So we cannot take textbooks because nobody wants them anymore.
Right.
No National Geographics. And
what about encyclopedias?
No encyclopedias.
Right.
Dated.
And what else did I?
And no books with cat hair or bathtub crinkles.
Right.
Yeah, those bloated ones from the beach that are 3 times
the
the
books
size.
to be in good condition.
They need
Don't
to be in good
need
condition.
mildew and so on.
Yeah, the real issue is would somebody buy this magazine?
Yeah.
Or not magazine, I'm sorry, book.
Yeah.
Right.
Would they buy the book?
Gently used.
Yeah.
Right. That's a very good point. You are accepting the books during the week of the sale. You don't necessarily want them before, although I bet there are collection bins starting
We
up.
don't have collection bins, but we will pick up books from people's homes if they have a large collection that they just cannot possibly deliver. And the number to call for that is 543-5975, and somebody will come and pick up the books.
Wow, okay. So that's if you can muster a big collection at your home.
Well, I'm thinking I have it at work. I have a lot of Montana literature that we could get.
And that's one of the topics, or that we have lots of books about Montana and the West every year, and so we put those on one separate table, and that's a real drawing point for many people. They really like to see books about the community, and in fact,
did you bring some examples?
I brought some examples. This actually is out of my own collection, so it's not going to be at the sale, but we get donations of wonderful books about the West, and when we are working the sale, we're thinking,
it must be so hard.
Maybe I should buy this one.
Because some you have to let it go, right?
Yes, yes. We also have children's books, poetry, sometimes collections of little kids' stories, and usually our collection of children's books, the last day, they're all gone. We have lots of people wanting them.
So we have all categories: travel books, travel guides, reference books. If you need a thesaurus or a dictionary,
not encyclopedia necessarily, but the single volume.
Yes.
And there's usually a huge table of like history, biography,
autobiography, and then we also have each year quite a collection of religious books, Bibles, Bible guides,
cookbooks.
Oh yes.
And cookbooks.
You know how expensive cookbooks are?
Yes.
That is the greatest bargain.
Because you want to see them, don't you? Repeatedly.
Yeah, those are things that I've scored some great buys there.
We usually have a wonderful collection of cookbooks.
Yeah. And do you also have a kind of rare table?
I'm glad you're asking about
table?
that. Yes, we have our vintage section, and the vintage books are priced specially and individually, and we have our own resident expert who analyzes and decides on the pricing. But the pricing, it's always a bargain. It is not way up there where it might be. But we do, end up with rare volumes, old-time editions that are of considerable value. And then sometimes some of the, like the coffee table books, we will price those individually and separately. So not everything is by the inch, but I would say 90% of what we have is.
Do the rare volumes go into the bag sale, or do you keep them for better
they will
sale the next
be
year or something like that?
So what is the fundraiser support in terms of, not everyone maybe is familiar with the good work you guys do and what the sale supports?
Well, both of our organizations give scholarships, award scholarships to students at the university. And
then we also support certain education-based projects, and that has been a very good thing to do. So it's all philanthropic, and the end is a charitable outcome, and we're proud of that. We are glad. And I think that's one reason we get many volunteer workers at our sale. And some of our volunteer workers are students from U of M. Well, they are the benefactors of the sale. So it's very nice when they come and join us. But the way in which the community donates and then comes and helps volunteering, it's very rewarding. And for those of us who work every day, all day, we have a good time. It's a lot of fun.
It's a long shift, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You're there to receive and set up the books on the Monday, the Tuesday, and the half of Wednesday. Then you have the half a day to get ready for the sale proper, and then it'll run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, with the culmination with the bag sale on Sunday. What hours are there on these days? And of course, we have to assure everyone to the location of Orchard Homes.
Yes.
Which I'm prepared to do if necessary.
Yes, it's 2537 South 3rd Street West.
Right.
Just west of the intersection of Reserve and South 3rd.
Yeah.
And it's on the left-hand side, people, if you're headed west,
Yes.
leaving Reserve Street behind you.
Right. Right before Kara's Nursery.
Well, indeed, before Kara's Nursery.
Yes.
And there still is a little store there, a little storefront, because it's kind of off the road a little bit.
And we have a reader board out there.
Excellent.
And the
Okay.
reader board will have all the lettering on it.
Yeah.
That
will guide the
indicates-
people
yeah.
to the Orchard Homes. Plenty of free parking right there.
Plenty of free parking.
It's very good.
The times, Thursday of April 14th, it's from 10 to 8. And then Friday and Saturday, it will be from 10 to 5. And Sunday from 10 to 2.
All right.
Well, it's an institution. It's something I look forward to every year.
Oh, and we have such a good time.
How many years do you know?
It's up in the 40s.
Wow.
Wow, that is really something. That's wonderful.
Yes. One of my pleasures at the sale, too, has been after I worked for 3 days helping get everything set up and everything categorized and out there. When it comes to the sale itself, somebody will sometimes say to me, you know, I'm looking for such and such book.
Wow.
Do you have it? And part of the time I've been able to say, you know, we have that book. And I know where it is.
You know where it is.
That's
Which is amazing.
Which I surprise myself that I can do that.
I think we all secretly want to be booksellers at some point. So.
We didn't mention the category of novels.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of presumed, I guess, we did a wealth of fiction. But
Yes, of novels, and I'm holding one here that I really, really recommend. It's called Breath by Tim Winton, and this is a marvelous book. But the books that are there, they're very current. They're such a buy, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, whether you like to read mysteries or, you know,
yeah, there's this genre thing.
I mean, whatever it is, it's there. Yeah.
And young adult, which is a great idea.
And we will have quite a young adult section this time because I've been promised a nice donation.
Oh,
you don't even know about that
excellent.
one. I've been promised a nice collection of young adult books, so that's going to be great. And the little kids, I did bring this classic.
Cat in the Hat. Classics, yes.
To show you.
Well, we only have a few minutes.
Oh gosh, we better get NCBI on. Yes.
So we better get moving.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
Again, and best of luck with this year's sale.
That's right. I'll see you there.
Thanks.
Yeah. So we have one more guest. People, stay with us. We'll be back in a jiffy with the National Coalition Building Institute of Missoula.
Right.
Diversity Day.
Birthdays come and go, each year adding up to a lifetime full of extraordinary moments. At Missoula Aging Services, we promote the independence, dignity, and health of older adults. We are ready to help connect seniors to the help they need. Knowing you've got friends to support you, each birthday can be special. See how we can help. Call 728-7682 or log on to MissoulaAgingServices.org.
Okay, we're back with Cody and Kim. Welcome. Thank you for coming. So you guys are here to talk about the National Coalition Building Institute of Missoula's Diversity Day. It's going to be at Senior Citizen Center. It's coming up, right?
Yeah, April 16th, so it's pretty close.
It's like a week from this Saturday.
Yeah.
And this show is on every day of the week, so don't worry. Everyone's going to be talking about it by the time we're done. So what time is that?
It's from 6 to 10, I believe.
Okay.
But it's kind of open, so like you can just pop in and do whatever for however long you actually want to be there.
Yeah. There are going to be bands like in the before time? Like several years ago, there were 3 or 4 bands.
So we have some music that will kind of be in the middle of the program. We have some local / non-local headliners that will be with us this year. We have MC Rhetoric and Yaz. And so they'll be kind of towards the middle of the program, and then the evening will close out with a poetry slam from some of our youth, from our Youth Forward, our queer youth group, is partnering with Planned Parenthood's Teen Council to put on a poetry slam around consent and relationships.
Interesting.
Oh, great.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
What else goes on there? There are bands, poetry slam, refreshments. Okay.
Yeah. And is there a fee to get in?
No, it's free.
It's free.
Yeah.
So and you can just drop in and check it out, right?
Yeah.
And explain what Diversity Day is, maybe for people who don't know.
Yeah, they may
what
be
we're
like,
celebrating.
Yeah, so Diversity Day is kind of, the way we celebrate it is kind of more of like a talent show setup. But basically it just gives people in the community a chance to share whatever they have that's special about them with the community. Yeah.
Right, and it's like a diversity recognition day. So we have all kinds of people, the LGBTI community. There's women, there's people with darker skin or lighter skin. So it's not supposed to be skewed necessarily to like, oh, I'm a minority, this needs a focus. But it's about everybody's diversity. How
Celebrating everyone's gifts. Yeah. Well, again, it's April 16th, right? Give us the times and the location again.
It's from 6 to 10 at the Missoula Senior Center.
Right, and we know it's on the corner of 5th and South Higgins.
That's right.
Because Michelle,
we saw her.
just here. And so there is Scott's showing people at
The
home.
website's up.
The website. And then is there like a Facebook page for it too?
There is a Facebook page,
And it would
good.
be just like Diversity Day on Facebook?
Okay, super.
All right. Well, do you want to say any more about it? I don't want to rush you
Anything
guys.
else that
What do you
people need
do
to
on this tape? 3 minutes, says Scott.
So we have a couple other really great programs that will be offered this year. So one is BRAD, our boys program, which is Boys Respecting All Diversity. They've been filming, the 5th graders have been filming a film about what it means to be a boy and masculine in today's society. And so they'll be debuting that film that they've been working on. And then EPIC, which is our Empowering People, Inspiring Change elementary program, which you could talk about.
Yeah, I actually volunteer with EPIC at Lowell Elementary. And basically, like what we're going to do for the project is each kid got to pick some person that they find super inspirational, whether they're alive or dead, famous, a community member. And then they got to study that person, and then they're going to write a little like paragraph or like mini monologue and dress up like that person and just kind of share.
This is really
I see, the living history.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, those are cool.
That is epic.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Well, I think people would be just amazed at what goes on at NCBI, and there are programs for all sorts of kids and adults.
Yeah, and it's like a super changing world. Like the gals of AAUW, they were saying, well, we know, Anne was saying, I didn't mind when people used to say mankind or male carrier, all these things that presume the gender of people doing stuff. But she said for young people, it's just not working anymore. You know, so that the language, all sorts of things are changing and evolving, and roles and identities are becoming far less rigid.
And these guys can help you pick your way through that.
There you go.
Even
with a party.
Well, thank you for organizing it. It'll be fun once again, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, I guess we better go.
Another full day.
Yeah, another full day. And just so you remember that last event, Diversity Day, Senior Citizen Center, April 16th, 6 to 10 p.m. So Kim and I will be back in 2 weeks' time So if you're part of a group and you think, I ought to have my group on the show, give us a call at MCAT. The number is 542-6228. For MCAT, I'm Joel Baird.
And I'm Kim Anderson.
And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.